Alright, so we've come out after our pit. Nice new tyres in P18, knowing that a lot of these guys ahead of me are going to have to pit now. I do believe that the guy right in front of me, Michael, can't remember his surname, sorry. I think he had already pitted, so he'd gone to even the bigger undercut. So he and I have a decent battle here. Might switch back to cockpit mode for that. Oh, no, I'll stay here. Actually, I might see if I can switch over to my teammate for a minute. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's just gone to the pits for some reason. Which is unusual. I thought we pitted on the same. Maybe we didn't pit on the same. Yeah, I'll try not to screw it up this time. Hey, look at that. Right, so that's Neil. Oh. Can't tell who focuses on here. I think it might be. There we go. This is our Anzac Day livery. My car should have that, but I've changed it since last night, so the replay has reflected that in my trading paints. On the bonnet. On the bonnet has my father, who passed away recently. At the age of 96, he was a World War II vet. And it is an amazing livery. It is absolutely beautiful. Alright, what position is Neil in? He's in P12. Oof. Yeah. The driver that's just going past him right now is John O'Gallan, I think it is. Yeah, he's very quick. Probably too quick to be in our division, but that's alright. I'll switch back to myself now. Oh, I'm catching up slowly. Well, maybe not so slowly. Yeah, so it's car 099 versus car 99 at the moment. A couple of these corners I remember getting pretty close to the car in front. This car to me looks like Vegemite. I don't know why. Oh no, it's not these guys, it's a different one. Oh yes. Michael didn't take kindly to me taking the inside line on that corner, and I tried to report it, but my race microphone wasn't working. So the guy driving in front of him doesn't get a good exit. He doesn't get a good exit subsequently because of that, and I get a better exit because I can see what's happening ahead. And then he almost forces me off track. I got some incident points because of that, but still the paintwork is pristine. So it's this lap 30. He also takes an interesting line to the corner, but you have to cater for other people's lines. This was me trying to report the forcing off track, but apparently they couldn't hear anything except 099. And a lot of drivers were having trouble with comms, so I think it was actually a bug or an issue with the sim. You can hear it there in the replay, but that's because it was saved locally. Anyway, so after that, I just didn't worry about it. Didn't think there was enough in there. So one of the big things I've learned since starting this journey, I love that word, is you really have to be patient and you have to analyze the car ahead of you as they're driving. You follow them for a couple of laps unless they make an obvious mistake, but you just follow them as close as you can. Watch where they brake, watch where they turn, and then try and analyse where your opportunities are going to lie to get past them. So I was watching Michael in front of me, and some corners I was faster going into and coming out of. Some corners he was faster going into and coming out of. So it was a real battle. I think he ends up pitting, and I get past him that way. But this goes on for a little while, so I'll skip forward a bit. Yep, status quo. So someone's come out of the pits there between the two of us. That might be John Van Ree. Yeah. So at this point, I think it's at this point. No, definitely another stop coming, I'm pretty sure. There's someone off. A lot of the guys are running Anzac livery this week. So John Van Rey is also running it. So I feel like I'm gaining here on John. Still analysing how he takes corners, how best to attack. I almost blocked him in there, but feel like I've got a better exit here. It's important to leave plenty of room for other drivers. And sometimes it's just the exit to a corner. So now I'm back on the tail of Michael. Well, not quite on the tail yet. So I might just jump forward a couple more laps. Oh, I got past him, did I? Okay, I've gone back a lap now. Not quite sure. I don't remember getting how I got past him, given that he had such a gap. This is lap 39, so both of our tyres are probably shouldn't be starting to go off yet. Quite. That corner there was where a lot of people were making mistakes all night. And the next corner here, and this corner. Okay, I'm not in front of him. Oh, you idiot. 022 is in front of him, which is my teammate. Alright, let's jump forward a lap. Still catching up, still catching up.
Activate limiter. Watch your speed limit in the pits. Pit lane speed limit is 64 kilometers per hour.
So safety car was called. Neil and I both pitted for a full tank. It is lap 42. Full tank gives us 30 laps, and we were hoping for a couple of laps under safety car, but we didn't get them. So we're kicking off racing soon, and yeah, another 1 or 2 laps under safety car would have been absolutely perfect. So we are currently in P12. Right, so I'm just going to skip forward to race resuming. So we've got a decent exit out of the corner, which meant we had a good start. Give us a bit of distance between the car behind, which they managed to catch up on turn 1 because everyone's very cautious into turn 1. And I think there was carnage just here. No, maybe not. Neil and I are discussing at this point if I wanted to get in front. I had slightly better lap times, um, but we were trying to work out how to do so without him losing 2 spots instead of just 1. So we decided to play it just as it lay for a little while. Um, and eventually I think he went a bit too deep on brakes, and that meant that I could come through. I don't think he lost more than 1 spot in the end. But yeah, Michael's still behind me in his, what's that, a Lego helmet? Lego. It's always nice to see people as they're coming out of corners doing a little bit of a tail wobble, because it means you've probably just got a few extra couple of milliseconds on them. So as this is my first recording, I'm just going to upload this in two pieces. So this will be part 2, and it'll be the longest of the 2. But I'm going to fast forward through some of the, well, boring bits. And so at this point, I must have made a mistake there and gone a bit deep, because Michael behind me started to catch up a little bit. And you can see the different braking points of different people. I'll just put it into a bit faster mode. I feel like I should play the Three Stooges music or Benny Hill music. No, I'm not going to sing it. Oh yeah, Michael got pretty close coming into that corner. I didn't even know he was there. Crew chief, I don't. Oh, maybe it did tell me that he was there. But I was finding I was getting compromised into that corner a little bit by Neil ahead, and he was probably compromised by the person in front of him. So I'm definitely gaining on Neil here, so I'll just go back into normal mode. And Michael didn't try the inside pass on that corner that time. It's very easy to lose the tail coming into that corner. It's at this point where I go in my streaming journey that I hope the microphone is actually working. I'm not just talking to myself here. Neil went a bit deep there. I think this is my opportunity to get past him. No, I think he did that a couple of laps in a row, and I thought on the second one it was a no-brainer to get past him. I'll just fast forward a little bit. Mustn't do that one either. So a couple of people on different pit strategies are pitting ahead of us. That was Mal talking about fuel saving after he was basically forced to pit on lap 1, I think it was. At some stage here Neil makes a mistake and I get past. The gap between me and Michael behind just sort of ebbs and flows for a while here. Yeah, this might be it. Yep. Yeah. So he lost a couple of positions there. More than he wanted to. or anyone wants to. So I think in the next few laps, Michael behind me actually pits. So I'm just going to jump forward a couple of laps here. Oh yeah, he got past me on the next lap because I cut the corner and had to do a slowdown. So now I'm back on his tail trying to catch him again. It's very hard to protect a slowdown on this track. It was this corner. No, sorry, it was the previous corner. And when your slowdown is 1.1 seconds, that's actually a lot. So now I'm back on his tail, trying to gain time on him with. This is nearing what I would have pitted on if there hadn't been a safety car. So let's go to fast forward mode here. Someone giving someone a hurry up. Oop, bit of lock up of the brakes there. Yeah, this is where I completely lost focus. It was, yeah, it's getting late in the race. And you just have to say to yourself, come on, it's time to focus and get back into that rhythm. So I reckon I'm back in it now. So yeah, Michael, oh no, he hasn't pitted. Other guys are starting to pit. It's lap 58. Not sure if we're under another safety car, I can't remember. Let's fast forward. That sounds good. No, we're not under safety car. John O'Gallen is behind me. Come out on fresh tyres. And to say he's rapid is an understatement. So at this point I'm conceding that he's going to get past me. I'm just trying to protect my position without compromising my race. He's also trying to make sure he finishes. Yep, so I knew he was going to get past. There was no stopping that. Not with 25 lap old tyres. So in hindsight, I probably should have taken a splash of fuel and new tyres sometime around now. Because as it turns out, I didn't have enough fuel to finish the race. I was one lap short. but it gets really interesting soonish. It might not be interesting on this stream, but people are starting to fuel save. Faster guys have pitted to top up their fuel and change tyres, so they're giving themselves enough time to get back through slower cars and also cars that haven't pitted like myself, that are stretching the tyres to their sort of probably maximum. So I'm just going to jump forward a bit. I think that's Dave Arney behind me in the silver Commodore. He's also one of the faster drivers. So he's got past me. I must have made a mistake if he got past me in that short a gap. Yeah, at this point the tyres are feeling like a pile of crap. And Neil and I are busily chatting about do we have enough fuel to finish the race. And my fuel overlay is telling me I've got 8.7 laps, but there's 9 laps remaining, or something like that. It was very marginal. Made a mistake there. So I can see John Van Ree in my mirrors. He's not the green car behind, but the one behind that. He's catching up because he's got topped up fuel and fresh tyres. And this is the incident that John O'Gallen took out Scotty Perrins. There was a bit of angst about this later in the race, or in Discord and whatnot. I'm pretty sure we'll see John O'Gallen come flying back through again. Does race with his elbows out, which is not my style, but it is the style of a lot of people. I do get my elbows out in the last lap though. Alright, let's jump forward a couple of laps. So Andrew Johnson in front of me is, I think, a lap down or 2 laps down. But you don't necessarily have to let the person behind you pass if they're ahead of you in terms of laps. If you can maintain a gap and are just as fast, then that's all fair. Okay, still behind AJ. So 888 was Scotty Perrins. Alright, jumping forward. So Marshy, I'm just lapping him again. And secretly I'm hoping that he holds people up to give me a bit of a gap, because at this point I know that I'm going to need a splash and dash. I have 4 laps left and 2 and a bit, 2.5, 3 laps of fuel. AJ goes off and I almost went off with him. If you're too fixated on the car in front of you, if they make a mistake, you can often make the same mistake. That's another thing I've learnt in this journey. So yeah, Neil's a few cars behind at the moment, and we're talking about how many places we'll lose by pitting. At this stage I was completely unsure how many that would be. Neil didn't need much fuel. Josh from Race Control with a bit of late race humour. I think the car behind me is actually, I'm not racing him. I know, position 6, who's that? Michael Mills, oh yeah, of course, yep. He's a good racer too. At one point he was running first in the race. So yeah, basically at this point I've conceded that I am going to need a splash. And in P5. So Michael must have got past me, I think. No, he must have pitted or come off. Made a mistake there. Concentration is waning. So behind me is John Van Ree and Michael Power. At this point I'm thinking my car's actually losing a bit of power because I'm so low on fuel. So I'm pretty sure this is the lap that I come in on, because John and Michael definitely would have got me either way, and Jono. So yeah, coming in.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Engage the limiter. 100 metres, 50 metres.
Yeah. Didn't take long in the pits, so went from 5th.
The pit exit's clear.
Came out and I was still in 9th. Basically on the penultimate lap. I can see Mal behind me. And by all reports, he was empty 50 metres before the line, but you can see him starting to push soon. and he's a very quick driver. I was pretty stoked to actually hold him off. And players that talk at the end of the race. So race control muted the chat, but yeah, Mal's cutting corners, really trying to push me. So I took this last corner and then I stayed wide, protected the corner. He was going to go up the inside. Didn't actually realise he touched me there, but I got a good exit, and he's out of petrol. So people are going past him. And he actually lost probably 5 or 6 spots. So that concludes my first race broadcast. I hope someone watched it. If not, it doesn't really matter. It's just fun. Thank you.